Peace and blessings, beautiful souls, magnificent beings. Let's take you back to 1994, 95. I was incarcerated at the time, and I was bench pressing 365 pounds as my max bench press. And I share that with you to deliver a point that you may not be able to do what you once did. And I am no longer able to lift that type of heavy weight for many reasons. I have a shoulder issue, I have a lat issue, and I have other issues that prevent me from being able to lift super heavy when it comes to my chest now. So I have to deal with what I have to deal with effectively in another way and still see results. Again, heavy weightlifting is desirable. This is what you and I should strive. But if we have injuries that prevent us from being able to do said heavy weight, we must use other techniques in order to elicit that response within the body, within the muscle, to break it down so that we can grow it and gradually strengthen ourselves in other ways. And this is why certain things can definitely be accomplished when it comes to dealing with injuries and or dealing with situations where we're not able to lift heavy. Again, if you can lift heavy, you want to lift heavy. If you cannot, you want to find ways to adjust and make the adjustments necessary to be able to see the results that you want. So when we're looking at this video right here, I got my client doing what is called a lunge and row. She's adding on with the row, as you can see. And then she adds on with the kick back. She adds on with the curl, and then she's going to add on with the press. She'll finish out with 3 burpees because she's adding on with the burpees as well. And this is called an overload type of up chain workout where we're using moderate to heavy weights in order to elicit that burning response, that overload that we want in order to force the muscle to fatigue. And this is an alternative to using heavy weight. You want to use heavy enough weight where the accumulative effect of what you're doing will bring the results that you're looking for. And this is what we are looking for. We're looking for the overload. We're looking for that situation where we overload the muscle. This is another situation where I have them in a static squat position, as you just saw, and curl from that squat position. Then I have them stand up and do what is called a kickback. Same principle here. We're adding on with the curl in that squat position. We're holding the squat to tax out the legs. And in that curl, we're adding on with the curl, and then we stand, release the body, and go into what is called a tricep kickback. With the curl and the kickback, we're actually adding on. So again, this is another way that you can overload a muscle group without using heavy weight in order to elicit that overload, that burn that's necessary to break down the muscle and allow us to build the muscle in recovery. And this is what you and I want to do. This is what you and I can do if we no longer able to lift heavy weights with certain muscle groups. With my legs, I can't squat because I had back surgery, but I can do heavy leg presses, which I do. Curls, even though my shoulder gives me a little bit of issue, I'm still able to lift pretty heavy with the curls and the tricep extensions. With my shoulders and my chest, I'm gradually being able to get back into it. I was off shoulders and chest for about 3 months because of a lat injury and an existing shoulder injury that kept me from being able to lift any weights. in that arena and was painful for a long time. But now I'm getting better, and I attribute that getting better to the use of the perfect amino acids. And no, I'm not a sponsor or getting paid for it. I'm just keeping it 100 and giving you some information that could benefit you. The perfect amino acids, as well as a little bit of the creatine. I'm starting to pick up on the creatine a little bit more, but it was the perfect amino acid that I was using that really started to help to regenerate the tissues and strengthen them, the joints, the tendons, and the ligaments that may have been damaged. And I'm now adding the creatine into the equation because I've done the research. I was misled before in thinking that creatine was not a natural substance and was something that you had to cycle on and cycle off. But that's not the case. And the research is coming out talking about how beneficial it is, not only for the muscle, but for the brain. So, again, you may want to consider that as well. But definitely, each and every one of you should be taking the perfect amino acid or an amino acid that has all 8 essential amino acids and that is bioavailable and easy to be absorbed. They're saying with the perfect amino that we're able to absorb 99.9% of that product. And again, I can tell the difference in my strength in my body, in my recovery, and also again with my beard, my hair, nails, and things of that nature. The perfect aminos, those 8 essential amino acids that the body cannot produce, that we have to get from food, have made a major impact on, again, not only me being able to start to rebuild my muscles, but also my hair growth, nails, etc., teeth, strength, etc. So those amino acids are essential for the human body. For every physical component that we have in the human body, it is made up of amino acids. All right. So have a beautiful day. And if you want some high level coaching, just email me, hit me up. If not, I'll continue to drop these videos, giving you some insights, and you'll be able to follow along on YouTube and still be able to change the trajectory of your health. Have a beautiful day. Thanks.